disliking cultural milestones is not a personality trait. Hello, and welcome to a normal afternoon recording session of the 33% Majority. This is a talk show where you'll find three friends, each fighting for their 15 minutes of fame. And I'm your resident, normal, human man, Tom Hutchinson.
But I'm your host, Ashley Hall.
No, I'll be your host, Alex Springthorpe. Let's just jump in. How we doing? Good week so far?
Yeah.
Stressful?
Yeah? Stressful?
Tommy boy, why stressful, honey?
Let us take some of that weight off your shoulders. What's going on, Tommy?
Just tough week at work, because we all do have actual jobs, and technical difficulties this afternoon with this podcast that we do have been painful. Very painful. So, yeah, struggling in that capacity, but happy to be podcasting now.
Brilliant. I mean, it's bloody hot in the recording studio today, isn't it?
Yes, in the
I
communal...
actually have my metaphorical window open, so I'm getting a nice breeze.
The window on your side of the podcast recording studio is wide open. You're getting a lovely breeze. On my side of the podcast recording studio, you know our neighbour next door, Dave? He started mowing his lawn just as I pressed record, so I've got to have my window shut on my side of the podcast recording studio.
Have you thought about climbing through your window and making a noise like a banshee? Just eye contact.
That would put him off.
Yeah, I'd stop mowing my lawn if you climbed over my fence and was like the whole time.
Fair. Well,
sorry, Ash, I think you cut out slightly there. Are you right just to do that at full volume for me?
I also have neighbours on my end of the podcast office, but sure.
Oh, God, yeah.
That is chunky. That is a chunky sound wave on the recording software there.
Lucky you, boyo. Lucky you.
De-amplify 6,000%. Lovely. Are we ready to podcast?
Let's podcast. Let's do it.
It's that time again. I'm going to throw my hat in for first segment. So I'd like to talk to you both about the small lies that we tell, especially when we're younger, that often, like, you look back on as an adult and you just think, Jesus fucking Christ, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Because I used to travel on the trains a lot. I used to go all around the country because I was bored and I didn't have any friends where I was living. So I used to just go around, like, sit in coffee shops and try and make friends with people.
Oh, that's quite sweet, actually.
Oh, thank you. It gets less sweet the further this story goes on.
Okay.
So I'm on the I'm on the train, and like every time I meet a person, I realise that I'm never going to see that person again. So it doesn't matter who I am. So I used to just make people up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was really good at it for like a long time. Like I'd just invent characters. Like I'd be reading a book and it'd be about like
like a proper psychopath would do.
Yeah.
A real, like, fully fledged danger to society kind of psychopath might do.
Yeah,
is
that
just
kind of behaviour.
Personas.
Yeah, just create people and just be them for an hour on the train. And I'm going to give you my favourite example that's never left me, because the person that I said this to saw me a year later and I didn't remember any of it.
Okay.
So I'm on the train and I'm going from Grimsby to Cleethorpes. It's like a 15-minute train, if that. But then I was sat at the station because they were changing to a different thing, and I just sat and talked to them for like an hour. And I was reading a book called Deep, which is about freediving. So I knew a fair bit about freediving. So when they were asking me what I did for a living, I was 16. I just went, oh yeah, I'm a freediver. I am not. I can barely swim.
Not bad.
Yeah, dude, I can doggy paddle at a stretch, and I can hold my breath for like 12 seconds because I'm a smoker.
Ooh,
So yeah, I talked to this person. They were like, "Oh wow, that's amazing." I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, I'm a cool guy." The way that a psychopath would. And then a year passes, and I get on the bus in Nottingham to go to my sister's house, and this girl walks up to me, and she's like, "Oh my god, you're that freediver," and I was like, "No, I'm not." And they were like, no, we met on the train like last year. And I was like, I have no recollection and I don't know who you are.
Describe this person to me.
They were like maybe a couple of inches shorter than me, blue hair, like 3 years older than me. I think that she said that she was like 19 at the time. I was like 16 going on 17.
I love
really
that movie.
Cool individual. 16 going on 17?
Yeah, great movie.
Not to be confused with 13 going on 30.
Mark Ruffalo's in one of them, I know that much.
Mark Ruffalo is the most handsome man in the UK.
So actually, this segment essentially is... Here's a time I did a lie to a person. What times did you do a lie to?
Yeah, tell me what times you did a lie and got caught
actually,
in that lie.
I'll be honest, you went in pretty fucking strong with, I make people up. I wouldn't be
Alex,
able to make a person on the spot.
Alex, no, bullshit. Me and you have been out drinking and we've just made people up together, so don't throw me under the bus.
I've put on an accent.
But you've still been Alex.
That's not reimagining myself as a freediver, my friend.
At 16 as well, like it's believable, you know. There's loads of... Listeners, I've changed. I don't do this anymore. I'm a nice person now. I've learned from my mistakes.
No, fuck that. I want to know if you've still got it in you.
What, to just make up a person?
Do it now.
Are you up for a role play?
Yeah, do it now.
Do I have to do an accent or can I just do my voice?
Do whatever you please. You make the person up.
Actually, this is your thing. You're the expert at this. Set the scene. Where are we currently?
This is a lot of pressure now. I'm fucking...
So we are in a supermarket. You know, the cafe at the back of some of those supermarkets.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
We're in one of those. Actually, you've just ordered a drink and a light meal and you sat down and Tom approaches you. Now, Tom, you're an old woman.
Okay, cool.
And Ashley, on his table, he's got a copy of today's paper and you'd like to read it. And action.
Hello, dear. Can I borrow the news?
Of course you can, my love. Of course you can. I'm just going to take the sports section out. I'm actually just looking to see if I'm in there at all.
Oh, you're too kind, young man. What's your name?
James.
James, you're a lovely young man. A credit to your mother. A credit. What do you do for a living? What do you do?
I'm actually a professional tennis player.
Oh dear, like in Wimbledon?
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's me, Federer, and all the others whose names I totally know.
And then I approach the table and I'm a brunette lady in my early 20s and I've got a tray and I've got a cup of coffee on a saucer and some buttered toast. And I put it down on your table, Ashley, and I give a little smile to the old woman there.
Hello, dear.
I turn back round. Hang on a minute.
Oh no.
You're that free diver.
Yeah, I've actually stopped freediving and I've gone on to playing tennis now with Roger Federer.
Oh dear, what a rich and seasoned working life you've had, dear.
I feel like we've lost Tom to the bit now and he's now just an old woman.
Excuse me, who's Tom? I'm Deirdre.
Tom's a method actor. He really gets lost in his parts.
What's a part?
We've been planning this bit for
I'm sorry, dears. You'll have to forgive my bronchitis. When I do laugh, I laugh like a young 23-year-old man. It's a terrible affliction.
Can you imagine, though, if your nan laughed like that?
We are really touching on Tom's star, whatever it was, in the performing arts that we mentioned last episode.
I hope it's showing. Anyway, so on to me now. I'll talk about me now. I managed to convince a woman who was like sort of late 40s in the pub that I myself was in my early 40s and that I had 3 children. And the two of you have seen me in person. You understand that the way I look is
You're
not...
a 13-year-old.
Yes, it's not consistent with a 40-year-old man.
You are not just a young 23-year-old. You are a young 19-year-old, which makes you.
I mean, you might actually be 3 5-year-olds in a trench coat.
Exactly. I feel like basically I turned 16 and then just stopped getting older.
Tom grows a beard, and all he can grow is a goatee, and he looks like Guy Fawkes.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, I mean that was an interesting one, and she bought the whole thing.
How did you manage that?
I think I sort of played the offended card. So, like, when I mentioned it, I think she was like, "No, you're not," and I was like, "How very fucking dare you?" Like, I'm in a loving marriage. I have 3 children.
Did you have a wedding ring on? Because I would have called you out on that straight away.
Tom does wear rings, to be fair. I wouldn't be surprised if he had one available to just chop and change.
No, actually, he just keeps it on a necklace to just like flip off every now and then.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've noticed that when you're lying about something, British people, generally speaking, even if they think you're lying, they won't call you out on it because they're afraid that you're going to be like, no, fuck you.
Oh, that would be very rude. It'd be rude, wouldn't it?
We are a courteous people.
I don't lie about many things, really.
That's so untrue, dude.
What do I lie about? And what would you? How would you know about it? Maybe I'm lying about everything.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was
fake.
One thing. It was that was a bit of an accent in a nightclub to get drinks. That's not like
that was a whole night out where every 3 minutes you just heard Alex go, "Get to fuck." Every 3 minutes without fail.
Bit. It was a very bad bit, really.
It was hilarious.
One time I did go to a moped dealership and convinced them I was in the market. I pulled up on my heavy, made of pig iron motorcycle and said, yes, I'm in the market for a 3-wheeled moped. You know, the ones that have got 2 wheels at the front and 1 at the back?
Oh, yeah, the weird leany ones. Yeah, don't like them.
Yeah, convinced them I was in the market for one of those and then took it off-roading for the day.
I think you messaged me about that and you were like surprised by how like good it was.
Mate, it was mint, yeah. I mean, there's a picture of it on my Instagram in the middle of a field somewhere.
Do you remember when we went off-roading and I had an off-road bike and you had a Suzuki Bandit with street bike tyres and you had to rescue me? I still have the nightmares about that.
I was getting air off jumps and stuff because I was riding a motorcycle I didn't care about.
Whereas I was on a bike that had done approximately 18 miles and was like, I love this thing so much.
Guys,
it's so shiny.
I totally understand how, like, lying about yourself and moving on to motorcycles is, like, 100% a lateral move. But apart from Ash, your stories about Alex, we're yet to hear one from you, Alex. So tell us your best lie, buddy.
Alex,
go on.
When you've worked at call centres and you've probably worked in sales, you've definitely lied about having kids if you've worked at a call centre.
No, that's the thing. I haven't. I mean, I did tell you a story about my lie. I lied about the time I was in the market for a moped. Was that just not good enough for you?
No,
it was
because
boring.
that's almost just a petty lie. It's just being like, hey, maybe it's like when you go into Tesco's and you're looking at like all the desserts, you're like, oh, maybe I'll have that. That's not a lie because you might one day have that.
True, yeah.
Lying. Right, work-wise, I mean, typically my approach to work, and this is boring, is I get shit done because I'm brutally honest about shit. So that's not as I'm really playing here in your little game we're playing here.
I'm the opposite. I just bullshit so I can not do stuff. They're like, oh, have you done this? I'm like, yep. Have you checked the fire escape's locked? Yep. Oh, we've been robbed.
That sounds like a great way to just lose all of your jobs.
I've been fired a lot. I got fired from McDonald's for giving Alex like 30 quid's worth of free food when he came through the drive-thru once.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Oh no, that was a lie. I told you I felt bad about that. I didn't feel bad about that, actually, and I told you I did. I got lots of Big Macs. I did mean
to ask you, did you manage to put together that like 3-minute long teaser that we asked you to do for the Instagram?
Yeah, I did that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's up, or are you yet to post it?
I can't post it because my phone is broken.
Amazing. Okay, well, you've just been fired, Ash, so we're looking for a new third host. If anybody's available, apply.
That's it, Tom. I've muted Ash now. I've just muted Ash. He is talking in the background. It's just me and you.
The 25%
welcome to the 50% majority.
Yeah, that's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we didn't gain a person. We lost one. It was sad and unfortunate.
Did Tom just go up to 25% and you're firing me?
Oh, he's still here.
Ashley just said some stuff, but the audience didn't hear it.
Okay, he's gone.
Cool.
Right. Gotcha. We'll leave him to spin his wheels in the background. So, anyway, mate, quick vibe check. How you doing? You all right without Ash being here?
Pretty good. I'm struggling. Yeah? I mean, I'm all right with it, really. I'm struggling with the segment. I don't tell any fibs, really. I'm a very honest young man.
To be honest, I do know you as an honest boy. I mean, whilst we were in school, sort of pulling our general hijinks, few of them were lie-based.
If confronted about it, I would straight up accept it. Did you do this heinous act?
Yes.
I
Actually,
did.
yeah.
It was brilliant. You should have seen it.
All people involved had a great time, apart from you. How about you get off my back?
Oh, I have done some stealing. I've done some
Yep.
stealing before, which I feel like is lying. I did steal some sausage rolls.
I love Tesco's stealing when you're younger. Right, here's the
I
thing.
can hear
As an
something
adult,
in the background, but I'm not too
I'm gonna
sure
piss all
what it
over your
is.
face.
Is it a third host or no? We're just two people now.
I'm going to kick the door down for the last 2 minutes of my segment and tell you that when I was 15
Hang on, right.
and in school...
No. Pause the timer.
wait,
Pause the
wait.
timer. Tom, I need to just invite you into the back office of the podcast recording studio. We're going to have a board
Okay,
meeting.
just a quick meeting. Okay, quick sidebar.
So, right, I've just come to write the end of year's dividends checks, and unfortunately, there's not enough room in the box to account for all of the Trillo bucks that we'd have each if we were going to split it two ways. We do realistically need a third person. Ashley, he knows the audience.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, is it worth a second chance if we put him on probation?
I have a dog though that could probably.
I mean,
do
I've
the
just
podcast.
spotted that you have actually just paused the timer, which I think's brilliant. So
Yeah, I did.
That's
I did.
adorable.
I wanted to lose his attack. But who's that? Ashley, get away from the window. Get away from the window. We're having a
Ashley,
slight
you're
conversation.
Scratching at the office door.
Get away.
members Ashley, you're back, but it's on a trial basis, and that's it, buddy. Final warning.
Final
Okay.
warning, dude.
Okay, I'm back, and you can unpause the timer because for the last 3 minutes, I'm going to tell you about getting caught shoplifting.
You've only got 1 minute, so spin.
All right,
the
okay.
wheel
Here's
quickly,
where
dude.
I'm at. 15, going to school, didn't have any lunch money, wanted lunch. Listeners, if you see someone stealing food from a large corporation, you didn't see jack shit. Moving on from that, I put a roll, like a sausage roll, in my pocket, and then was walking around the shop. It was one of those like school blazer pockets, a quite deep pocket, and I'm wandering around the shop. And the woman from the till comes up to me. She's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hi," like trying to play it off cool. And then she goes, "You've got a sausage roll in your pocket." And I looked her dead in the face and went, "No, I don't."
I'm just happy to see you.
I'm just 15. I'm not even happy to see you. I was 15. I just had it for the. Just had it generically.
Is that a tube of meat wrapped in pastry, or are you just happy to see me?
It's the cock one, the second one. I've got a big, fat, meaty chub.
It's a fear erection because I just got caught stealing a sausage roll from my local Tesco's. Sleaford Tesco's. If
never been
anyone
hornier.
listening works there, it wasn't
Ash?
me. Yeah.
What the frick?
Shaneri?
Yes. Do we want one?
I'm psychic. I'd love one. Feed me. Ooh, woo.
Yeah.
Alex?
Yes, please.
Amazing. The first what the frick today? Vomitos. And so that's VOMITOES. Vomitos.
I mean,
What do we think?
first thing that springs to mind is Vimtos. Like,
Okay.
Vimto?
Or is it when
I
you're
went a
sick of a bowl
different
of
way.
cereal because you're hungover?
Ah.
Maybe.
What way did you go, Tommy?
See, I went sort of towards Doritos, sick flavoured Doritos, but how are you going to get those? I don't know. That was just like my initial...
You just walk in and you say, "Hello, can I have the Cool Ranch Doritos, please?" And they say, "Yes, they're over there, the vomit flavoured ones."
The vomit ones. The vomit nasty ones, yeah.
That's the
okay.
least delicious
Vomiting.
snack I can imagine. Vomitos.
Or is it-
Is it when you're licking someone's toes and you really go in for it, and then you're just a bit sick?
Yuck.
Why is that yuck? You can lick people's toes and it not be gross.
Not if you're throwing up on them, Ashley. You can't throw
You
up
don't
on
know what
toes
I'm
and it not
into,
be gross.
okay? I can throw up on someone's
You can
toes
be
if I
into
want
it.
to.
It can still be gross, though.
Yeah, I mean, it can be gross to, I suppose, other people, but I mean...
I thought
like,
this was
I'm
a
not-
safe
I'm not-
space, and now I feel judged, so I guess there's that.
We're very accepting here at the 33% majority. I'm not one to kink shame anybody. However, sick on toes doesn't really do it for me. Shall we find out what the answer is?
Yes.
I think
Yeah?
it's going to be something along the lines of throwing up on some food that sounds like it.
Like Cheerios.
Something that's got an O on the end of it. Cheerios,
Oh.
Wheatos, Doritos, but with a vomit on it.
Okay, well, we were right to be on the line along the lines of toes and vomit. Vomitos,
Yuck.
pronounced like comatose, so vomitos,
Vomitos.
is when you step in vomit whilst wearing flip-flops.
Oh.
No.
Yeah,
I don't
that was
like
a
doing
nice
this
one.
podcast sometimes.
That made
Sorry
me
about
feel
that, guys.
big
But yeah,
sad.
anyway, Sicky flip-flops.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it now?
Flip-flops. I think it might be someone else's.
I think it's me. Is it me?
Oh, congratulations, Alex. It's you.
Yeah, I give you permission to go for it.
Thanks, bud. Thank you, Tommy. I'm not going to be an asshole like you were last session. I will graciously accept your kind contribution.
I understand that I'm eating into your 15 minutes. I would just like to actually preface by saying I was in a bad headspace last episode. I'm not a morning boy, so I do want to apologise.
You are not.
It's too late.
I want to
now, the damage
apologise
is done.
to you guys. I want to apologise to my family. I want to apologise to my friends, but more importantly, I'm actually sort of forgiving myself. I didn't mean it, and I'm sorry.
Oh, I love that for you. You deserve to forgive yourself, Tom.
Thanks.
Tom, you deserve happiness.
He's baby.
Thank you.
You do.
Thank you.
So my segment is, I've had today off because it's Beth's birthday tomorrow. So we've just had a lovely chill day, and it's been brilliant.
Congrats.
What we've done with the day, as of recording day, the 11th of June, Jeremy Clarkson has released a program on Amazon Prime about farming.
Yep.
The premise is he's owned a farm for a while. The guy that farmed it for him retired, and he took it on because that old Top Gear Grand Tour adage, how hard can it be?
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching this program, and it's driving up and down in straight lines. It's operating machinery. Stuff that Jeremy Clarkson's not very good at, but I look at and go, that doesn't look fucking hard. Reach into a lamb and fish out a baby, that seems alright. Got me thinking about jobs that are made out to be really, really difficult, that just aren't. They don't look like it is. I'm not a mechanic. I've got no training. I'm not a professional mechanic. Tell me why I can take apart an engine and reassemble it again. Why can I?
Yeah.
I can just do that. You don't need a qualification to do that. Get me a YouTube video explaining how to do it. I will do open heart surgery.
Yeah.
If it can be done, I can do it.
Okay. So just to clarify, you want to...
Yes. I got quite heated
Yeah,
there.
you did. It's okay, though. It's all right. You know, we've all got sort of trigger topics.
I was with you right up until heart surgery. Like, I was completely with you. I was like, you know what? Yeah, maybe you could be a farmer. And then you were like, get me a YouTube video. And I was like, hang the fuck on.
But why can't you, like... Ash, you've seen it happen, though. We've been working on something, and then we've watched a YouTube video together, and then you go, oh, that bolt goes there, and then you've got to open that up a little bit, and then you pop that in there, tighten that down, and then you're onto a winner. Why, if you had a YouTube video going, right, cut here, break this bit open a little bit, this bone, just pop that out of the way over there,
heart bones.
cut this tube in half, pop this thing in there, and then sew it all back up by doing it like this. You couldn't follow that and bang out a quick heart surgery.
Okay, do you know what? Let's just lose the heart surgery analogy because I'm so with you, sort of like in regards to other jobs. I feel like I really wouldn't want you operating on my heart, so that's where I'll leave.
I'd like to start off with a leg first, ideally, but if needs be, I could do a heart. But yeah, go on.
Fair. I don't think you could. But onto your original premise, things like jobs that people make out to be hard that aren't, I'll sort of go along what you said. Tooths, like dental work.
Yeah, dentistry sounds really very easy.
I know of a bloke who bought himself the dental kit that a dentist uses, and he lays on his kitchen counter and does his own dental work.
Fair play, chap.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, but he does it, and he's got lovely teeth. So, I mean, cause and effect.
Fair
right?
enough.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the profession of gardener exists, but people still do their own gardening.
Exactly.
You just got to know how to do it.
Yeah.
The job soldier exists, but I've been going out and shooting people myself.
No, that's crime.
It's a crime, but he can do it proficiently.
Well, I'm my own policeman, so yeah, I'm really good at it. I'm my own policeman as well, so I can't be arrested because I'm a fed.
Okay.
See, Ashley, we've come back to your segment now because you're just doing a fraud to everybody. You could do it. There's nothing in the way of you in terms of skill set.
No.
It's just, unfortunately, you probably need some qualifications for that. I'm not saying I'm going to go and become a surgeon. I'm just saying in a pinch,
I
could fix a heart or two.
Yeah.
Probably a lung. Lungs are just bags, really, aren't they?
Well, interestingly enough, guys, I actually have 2 qualifications in sales, one in principles of sales and one in something else. And I can guarantee you, anybody that could just hold a conversation with a stranger can be a salesperson. Like, you don't need a qualification for that shit.
Don't trust Ash to do it.
Like, I've sold double glazing door to door, and let me tell you, if you can say good afternoon to somebody without grinning like a lunatic, you're probably fine.
Yeah, you'll probably do okay. And you know, door to door's got to be the hardest one. So yeah, qualification in it is just wholly irrelevant. Any old idiot could do it. So that's another.
What's the hardest job you've had to do? You don't have to divulge company details or anything too specific. What's like the hardest thing you've had to do?
Egg collector at a chicken farm.
Oh, because of the delicacy, or?
It was hard because it was early in the morning, and because chickens, as I've said before, are assholes. Chickens are velociraptors, but just smaller. Like dinosaurs, close to birds, you can see it when you work with lots of chickens. They are pack hunters, and they're just rabid assholes.
Yeah.
But not to like bag on it or anything like that. Anybody could do it. There's no like specific skill set. Yeah. You don't need.
That being said, though, we did have a remarkable amount of teenage girls that would start the job and then quit 2 days later when they realise that the cockerels in the sheds will attack you.
Yeah, as they are wont to do. Mm-hmm.
They'll just wreck your shit for no reason.
Yep. I'd say actually hardest job I've ever done, weirdly enough, because I've had lots of jobs in, without sucking myself off, big blue chip companies. But the hardest job I ever had was being a sous chef at a restaurant. And that was with no training, which might have been why. But it does also go to show, again, like you said, Alex, even though it's a tough job, I wasn't a trained sous chef, but I did it.
No. I've been the manager of a company. I had no training for that. I managed a team of people. You've just got to know where to put stuff. Essentially, that's all management. All management is knowing where stuff needs to be and in what order stuff needs to be done. That's all it is.
Basically, if you can do Tetris, you can be a manager.
There you go. Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Ashley. You're with us now.
Tetris scales to life. If you can play Tetris, you can pretty much be successful. Jeff Bezos, world record Tetris player. Little known fact.
Sometimes you get the ones that look like an L, and those are your bad days, because where am I going to put that? And on other days, you get the little dot ones that just finish everything off. Everything's brilliant now because I've had my little dot ones.
You get like a 4 line, the perfect line, and you've been saving a gap for that line, and then you get the line, you're like, oh, that's right, 4 lines down in a row, baby. No fucking stress.
No traffic on the way into work, and that's it. You get your 4-liner right there.
You don't get pulled into HR for making a shit joke, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, dodge that.
You don't get pulled into HR because you hired somebody to be the manager of this branch based on the fact that they were very good at Tetris.
I've been taken into HR for some ungodly reasons. When I started I worked at a payday loan company, which was pretty terrible. But I worked at a payday loan company, and I had a shaven head. I wore braces and Doc Martens, and I looked like what some would call a neo-Nazi. But what we're going to call punk as fuck.
Skinhead would be fine, but...
So I was skinhead, I was into the ska music, I hated racism, which if you're a skinhead and you're racist, you're not a skinhead, you're a cunt. Moving away from that, they pulled me into HR to talk about the fact that they thought I was racist based on how I dressed. And I was like, oh, can I bring a witness with me? And they were like, yeah, of course you can. I was like, oh, cool. So I brought my friend Mohammed to be my witness, and the look on their faces when I sat down and Mo walked in, sat down next to me, fist bumped me, and was like, what's all this about then? I was like, yeah, that's right.
Where is your racism then?
It's me and my dislike of anyone that's a minority, which is not true, by the way. No, Alex, don't edit that.
No,
whatever happens.
Sorry, I was running lean on time, so I had to make some cuts there, and it was I had to cut the bit that redeemed you.
Oh no! I'm cancelled. I'm not going to get a chance to explain myself.
No, I put it on a colourful background as well and added in like poppy enticing subtitles. I've just uploaded it to TikTok. Shit.
If this week's teaser is anything to do with that, I'm going to have to hibernate and hide for a couple weeks. I don't like that. I regret this immensely. Yeah. Can we go back in time to before I told you about HR thinking I was racist?
I feel like you are HR's biggest nightmare because you always look like you're doing something suspicious. Whatever Ashley's doing, I need to tell him off for it, but I'm just not sure.
I'll attest to that. Yeah, you do look very sus a lot of the time, Ash. But I know you.
Yeah,
I love you, but it's just good that you.
I have kindness in my heart, but hatred in my eyes.
Yes, exactly. a sheep in wolves' clothing.
Alex once described me as a crackhead with prettier eyes, which is one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me.
It's like a poem. It's like a poem or something. That's nice.
Thank you. Yeah.
I should clarify, Alex did that anonymously. He sent me that via one of those anonymous apps.
What were they called? What was that one called?
Ask FM.
Yes!
Because, like, it was public. It was like a public forum, and, like, 4 people I didn't know were talking about me on this fucking... This is how unpopular I was where we lived. I was, like, a real asshole. There were, like, people like, oh, that Ash guy is a real piece of shit, and then people were like, yeah, I don't like his face. It was a magical time.
Just only ever had people telling me how, just, like, handsome, charming, and very, very strong and powerful I was. So
Shut the fuck up.
don't relate.
I like how it was and not is. You're beautiful, powerful, and handsome. You still are, baby boy.
No, because like if you plotted the chart of strength and power, it's linear growth, exponential. Every day I grow twice as powerful.
Fuck up, Alex.
Make me, Tom. You can't. I don't fear anybody. I'm gonna fight God. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna shoot the moon.
Fuck off would be my answer to that.
Alex is my dad. He's so powerful that he actually fathered all
I'm
of us.
everybody's dad.
Yes,
You are all my children.
we're all Alex's children.
Everyone is Alex's child.
I'm gonna fight myself.
You know, that classic story of father, son, holy Alex.
Oh, hang on, guys. Just gotta go get struck by lightning real fucking quick.
Oh, God.
Whoa, I've been smited.
I feel like as a result of this sort of 3-minute section here, I've actually developed an Oedipus complex, and not from the perspective of fucking my mum, but more so from the perspective of killing my father. I want to kill you, Alex.
You do have a nice mum.
I've not seen Tom's mum.
I mean, let's just not talk about that, shall we?
You don't want to talk about that? Is she a listener?
I don't actually know, to be fair. Hey, Helen. If
Tom's
you are.
mum, if
If
you're
she is.
listening, my Snapchat
Hi, Tom's
is my
mum.
full name.
It always seems to come to my dad or my mum. It's always my dad or my mum. It's weird that way.
You brought your dad into it. Alex.
Well, actually, no.
brought
I
your
was
mum
talking
into
about
it.
Alex and wanting to kill Alex, not.
Oh, don't
not
kill
my actual
Alex.
dad.
Wait, hang on. Why do I missed that? Sorry, I got distracted when you mentioned your mum or something, and I got very distracted.
Oh.
Why do you want to kill me?
Sorry, so I said as a result of you just being sort of being a terrible.
Right, no,
person.
hang on. We need to circle. No. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah,
pause. We
yeah.
need
We'll
to
circle back. Yeah, I caught it too.
circle back round to Ashley being unable to say a thing.
Oedipus?
Take another run at that one, please, for me, Ashley.
What?
No. Look, I saw the word spelled OEDIP. I assume OUS, but it's probably US just to fuck with me. And I said Oedipus, and I meant Oedipus, and
no,
I hate you both.
no, you
I hate
didn't.
both
You
so
actually
much.
said Oedipus, and it's Oedipus.
I'm going to eat a puss. How about that?
no,
Eat
no,
a
no,
puss.
no,
We
Yeah.
don't use that word on the podcast.
Straight back at you.
No.
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah. What? That fucking the word puss got its own teaser.
No, yeah, and it
We
should
we
not
gave
have.
that word 30 seconds.
Actually, you're saying it again though, and that's the problem.
You said it more and more
How do we
times.
get away from that? Tom, quick, fire up the frictionator. Let's get out of this bit.
Yeah, let's jump into the frictionator. Are we ready? Big frictionary time.
It's time for what the frictionary.
Okay, so the one that I've got here is called. Oh, I had it. Pea belly.
Sorry, read me that one more time.
Belly. PEE space belly. BELLY. Pea belly.
I'm more upset that there's a space in that than anything else. Because if there wasn't a space, you could have been like, "Oh, it's somebody that needs a wee. They've got a little pea belly." Ooh. But now that there's a space there, I feel like it's pissing on someone's stomach, which, like, I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
It could very well still be just the distension you get from the incredible bloating of a Supremo piss.
But as we all know, pee is stored in the balls, so
Pea is from the balls, yep.
Yeah.
pee is from the balls. This is the way.
That's why when you get a vasectomy and they chop off your balls, you can't piss anymore.
Is that what a vasectomy is? Are they taking my testicles?
I don't know. Probably.
I thought they were just cutting the bit that supplies the the baby batter.
I'm not a doctor,
So
and
you-
don't say baby batter.
Well, you're not a doctor, but Alex, you can do any job. You could be a doctor.
Guys, can you just join me in this scrum? Get in this scrum for a second. Can we just huddle up?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you both here?
Mhm.
Are we going to talk about, you know how sometimes when you really need a wee and it kind of gives you a semi? Are we going to talk about that on the podcast?
Do you know what?
or not?
Medically, I actually found out why that happens the other day, but I feel like I don't actually want to talk about it on the podcast. So,
No, you have to talk about it now. You've said it. You can't leave the listeners waiting.
okay, so actually, medically talking now, funnies aside, let's just deactivate the comedy thrusters.
If only it were that easy.
Your bladder, when it's full, presses on your prostate. That's simply it. It's very biological and logical.
It's the same reason that a lot of not the prostate thing, but if you have a female partner and they have a full bladder, they have more intense orgasms. That's the whole thing.
Oh, cool. Well, interesting.
About prostates.
Okay, anyway.
So guys, you need to be full of piss all the time, is what I'm saying.
Okay, well, let's find
And
out.
ladies, get your prostates checked.
Yes,
Ladies,
everyone.
check your husband's prostates. Don't tell them about it.
Everybody check everybody's prostates.
Everybody just check each other's prostates. That's how we can get past all this
Guys,
hate
this
in the
is
world.
terrible. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm on board with checking prostates, but not like everybody checking everyone's.
No,
like,
no, I've got the cure for all the hate in the world.
Finger a friend.
No,
Finger
no.
of-
The 33% majority says finger a friend.
Okay, anyway, I've got the definition here for you. Pea belly,
Hit me.
aka piss
Finger me.
belly, having an urgent need to pee, and it feels like your whole belly is full of urine. So, Alex, you bloody nailed it, didn't you, with the
Okay.
most logical one?
God, is that the first one we've actually got right? Apart from
Probably.
the one I got right the first time around.
Probably. So, yeah, good work, guys. Two for 2 out
Charizarding
of-
you knew about. You knew about Charizarding and I know about piss. Those are our core competencies here.
Those are the things we are experts in.
Yeah, good work, guys. Good work. Anyway, now I'm boss. I'm boss man now. And in my segment
cool.
today, what I wanted to do was pitch the two of you a new podcast idea.
That's a terrible idea. We shouldn't do a podcast.
Yeah, no.
You messaged about that the other day, and I was like, "Don't make the joke. Just hold it. Just hold it back."
Who's going to listen to a podcast in this economy?
In this, who can afford to listen to podcasts in this economy?
Agreed.
We're all too busy fingering our friends.
Yep. Oh, God. Let's not make that a running thing. Anyway, my podcast idea. So, listeners, if you're out there, which I hope you are, if you like the sound of this, on the next sort of Instagram post or anything like that we make as a result of talking about this episode.
Did somebody just beep in the background of your recording, Tom?
Yeah, I think they did.
Alex, your Uber's here.
Yeah, it was somebody beeping at me, evidently. Yeah, but let us know if you like the idea of this one. The idea behind this podcast was actually born from one of the segments that I did very early on in the 33% Majority podcast, where we made fun of Alex for not knowing any movies. And so I thought a fun idea for a podcast would be basically we force Alex to watch movies, and then we get a brand new, fresh review of 20-year-old films through the lens of today, and we would call it Pop Cultureless.
Ah, I like the name.
I like the idea of it, and I would probably listen to it. The thing I don't like about it is the bit where you make me watch a movie. I don't think I'd like that.
That is the general
because
conceit.
what would then happen is I would then be the recipient of the raw media, be it the video files or the audio waves. And then I'd have to re-suffer and edit them down into something palatable for our audience.
No,
So next time we say, Alex, have you seen this movie? He'll have to go, yeah, 4 times, because I had to watch it, edit it.
I was
Check it for
practically
fuck-ups.
in it.
Well,
yeah.
no, so sorry, let me re-clarify. We don't have to record you watching it, but you do have to watch it. You would come to the recording session having watched it, but obviously you probably can't flag it. So you've got to have watched it, and then we're going to review it. And obviously you can bounce your ideas off me, a seasoned movie watcher, Ash can be there as well. I'm sure Ashley has seen movies. Actually, I'm certain. So
I have seen some movies.
Yeah, exactly. So it can be essentially, a podcast where you actually culture yourself. And yeah, so I just wanted to sort of bounce some more ideas off you guys. What are we going to, what movie are we going to start with? What's the intro song going to be?
Whilst we're on the line of conversation, Alex, you can have
actually,
that.
No, usually what happens is, though, we both start talking at the same time and then one of us decides that the other's just going to carry on. We don't both decide it at the same time.
Well, odd coincidence.
Okay. I mean, this is weird. I don't know what to do here.
What's the protocol here?
So I'm the deciding vote, Alex, because you squandered your moment. Ash, you sort of take away what you were going to say, baby boy.
Oh, phew.
Cool, sweet. I forgot what I was going to say. No, that's not true. So I know Alex hasn't watched a load of movies. How many have you watched any cartoons? I'm thinking because an hour and 20 minutes of Alex's day is a lot. It's a lot, and if you're watching movies, that's how much you're going to have to watch. How many cartoons have you seen? Because SpongeBob, it's basically artwork. It's basically avant-garde artwork.
No, to be fair, that worked perfectly. My commute is about an hour and a half every day, so I'll just watch it while I'm riding my bike.
Don't you take a motorcycle? Please don't do that.
I'll just watch a movie while I'm riding my motorcycle to and from work.
Safe. I like it.
Practical. Loads of time there.
Practical.
So what I was going to say, I was going to prop that. I only think this would work if it was a trade.
Okay.
So Tom, I will indulge your passion, your likes, and I will watch the movies you crave. Mm-hmm. But you've got to do Ashley's big into his woodworking, so you've got to build some stuff. You've got to make a bookcase.
Okay, so would it be that season 1, it's we're making you watch movies, right? And you'll come in and you're reviewing and da. Season 2, we flip it up, and either you or I are making wood stuffs, and then the third season somebody's doing motorbike stuff. I don't know. I
am a complex, diverse creature. I don't only do motorbike stuff, guys.
Okay, well, go on. Tell us then.
Are we going to have to learn to edit a podcast really angrily?
You've got to edit a Spotify.
Yeah.
No, I think episode 2 is, Tommy's going to be making a bookcase. So episode 1, we open up and he's going to B&Q and he's spending thousands of pounds on tools, equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Funny that you think I've spent any money on my fucking tools, man. All of this shit's stolen, homie.
Stolen? Oh, jeez. I wouldn't have admitted
No, it's all gifted to me by people that know me.
It's all gifted to me by people that don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, gifted to me by people that don't know it's missing.
This is the episode we've really learned some stuff about Ashley, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm a criminal, by the way, guys. Don't know if I told you.
I know who's not the favourite anymore, and his name rhymes with Smashly.
I don't do crimes anymore, guys. What's the statute of limitations on being an asshole? Because I feel
when was the last time you did a crime?
Yeah,
I do crimes every single day.
Oh, okay.
2.5 years. I can tell you what day it was too, if you like. If we're doing petty crime, it's
no, any crime.
Oh right, in which case 20 minutes before the podcast.
Ah, right. Okay.
I know which one it was as well.
Yeah.
Keep that.
Anybody that's listened to an episode probably knows which one it was.
Nobody's out here raw dogging life, okay? Don't fucking...
Anyway, the podcast that I wanted your help with.
Yeah, the
guys.
podcast.
Yeah, so...
The Tomcast. Yeah, what sort of movies are you trying to get me to watch?
I mean, I was thinking that the IMDb Top 100 list does have a lot of bangers on it. I think that
that is
sort
true.
of... I think, to be honest with you, though, although there are some very profound films that I wish you'd seen, if anything, the films where you've absorbed a lot of sort of plot points from as part of just osmosis, pop culture, absorbing it from other people, I would love for you to see those to understand the things that you already know, but sort of don't know how or why you know them. So, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, those kind of movies, just to make you know where you know the things you know them from would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the real difficulty is, like, I know these movies exist, and I know a lot of people like them.
Yeah.
But I've looked at them and I've seen them on the streaming services, or I've seen the descriptions online as I've been trawling for movies, and I've looked at it and gone, nah, that sounds lame. I wouldn't like watching that. So it really is a torturous endeavour to make me watch Star Wars, because I don't care about the space boys running around.
I don't think you've chosen not to like it because it sounds lame. I think you've chosen not to like it because you know it upsets people. You just like saying, I haven't seen that.
Alex,
and you like the look of shock on people's
I'm telling
faces.
you now, Ashley, and I'm telling you now, and this sentence I'm saying, and I'm not even going to acknowledge the fact that it's going to upset anybody. That's not why I'm saying it, I promise. Lord of the Rings looks like it fucking sucks.
Right, okay, I'm going to just stop you right here, and I'm just going to say to you, Alex...
Lame wizards.
It's okay, I'm not going to get cross at you.
Lame hobbit.
I'm not going to get cross at you.
You play D&D!
Yeah, you like
Yucky
Dungeons
elves.
and Dragons, fucking hell, dude. I'm not going to get cross at you.
Wow, a gross orc.
Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to get cross at you, and once I've said this thing, we can move on. We'll still be friends.
Yep.
Disliking cultural milestones is not a personality trait. Anyway, so what movie are we going to start with? What movie do you think you could actually sit through then, Alex?
No, shall we deep dive? Shall we get fucking serious on this bitch?
Okay.
I've watched Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
I have seen it.
Oh.
I wasn't paying a great deal of attention because I did find it boring.
Okay.
I'm up for doing this. I just don't think I'm going to have a very insightful opinion to these films that people hold very close and dear to their hearts, because my attention span sucks for this sort of stuff. In terms of movies I like, shall I rank my top movies for you?
Go for it.
Just to kind of give you that spectrum of film I like, and it's very telling.
Just before you do, though, just a quick question from me.
Yes.
The Back to the Future movies, we both like those quite a lot. Can you just rank the Back to the Future movies for me?
Yes.
Just quickly.
3, 1, 2.
Fucking yes, that is the correct order. Good work, Alex. Anyway, on with what you were saying.
Yes.
Was that 3-1-2?
Yeah, 3, 1, 2.
Yes, Ashley, 3, 1, 2.
I think it's 1-3-2. Is that? Am I bad?
No, you're not bad, and I understand. Like, one is.
You're not bad. You're just like wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
These opinions, I'm really glad they can be, right or wrong.
At the end of the day, if the fact of the matter is that the Back to the Future trilogy does remain to this day the greatest trilogy to ever have existed. So ranking them in order of like 1, 3, 2 or 3, 1, 2 or whatever, however you like them, at the end of the day, we can all still admit that those 3 movies are still the best 3 movies ever. So it doesn't matter which way you order them, because as a trilogy, they create the best trilogy. That's fine.
Yes. So in terms of my like top 5 movies, Back to the Future, just as a trilogy, is number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna put Harry Potter there just because I do like them all.
Well, I like that
pretty
boy
much.
wizard.
Like, I don't just pick I don't pick an Harry Potter film. I just watch them all if I'm gonna do it.
Although 3 is the best one.
Only because it's got Sirius Black in it and he's the hottest man on the planet.
Well, I just like Lupin. I like me a werewolf. I like a werewolfy. So
listen, Lupin and Sirius are fucking, and you can't tell me otherwise.
probably are. Probably did at some point. So yeah, but I just think I think very good, competent film series, Alex. Well, good work on your second choice. Move onwards.
Now You See Me.
Ugh. Right. Okay.
That's gross, but yeah, go on.
Yeah. Fair. I mean, fair enough. Like, it's subjective.
Is
so
it fair enough?
Yeah. I mean, subjectively,
Chronicle.
yes. Fair enough.
Chronicle.
Chronicle, very good film. Very, as far as like the found footage sort of conceit of movies is tired and disgusting, and I hate it. But in Chronicle, it's wonderful. Very well used. We like that one.
Oh, is Chronicle the one where they... Spoiler alert, by the way, guys. Mute your headphones if you don't want to hear Chronicle theme.
Spoilers.
Is that the superhero one where it's like gritty?
Yeah. It's real dirty.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I have seen that, and I now have distinct memory of it.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, continue, Alex, or was that it?
I think that was 4, and then number 5. It's like I said Rain Man initially, but like it's a couple of different ones take the number 5 spot. It's kind of Rain Man, Forrest Gump, Breakfast Club, all kind of 80s to early 90s weird films. that I have no reason to like. And those are the films that I enjoy. Films that I've watched that I didn't like, Lord of the Rings.
Fuck you, okay. Fine.
I think I've seen a Star Wars and I didn't like that.
Fuck you, sorry.
What other films are there? What films should I like? Pulp Fiction, I didn't like that.
You didn't like Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, I didn't like
Oh
Pulp
my
Fiction.
God.
I don't remember anything about it.
Oh my God.
Big Mac.
Do you know what? At the start of next
Royale with
episode, what I'm
cheese.
actually going to do is I'm going to put together a list of just real good movies that I think you'll like. And given that we are at the end of my 15 minutes, we can end with that and cap off the show.
I have one
go on.
movie suggestion before we go.
Sorry,
listeners,
go
this
ahead.
goes for you too. You need to both of you need to watch Promising Young Woman. I'm not a film guy. I'm not a serious film guy. Like, I don't like to be made to feel things that are negative. I like to feel happy when I watch a film. However, I watched Promising Young Women with my partner the other night, and oh my God, what a triumph! What a great fucking film.
I've heard good things, but I'm yet to watch it. But on your request, I will have watched it by the time we next
You really
record,
should.
actually.
Alex, it's got Bo Burnham in it. You should watch it.
Has it? Oh God, I didn't know that.
But his most recent thing sucked.
No.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
It wasn't your thing because it wasn't happy. I think that's why Alex didn't like
That's
that.
the thing. I think that's my thing with movies. I think that I genuinely think that's why I don't like movies. I've just clocked it. It's because movies, there has to be struggle for it to be entertaining. It's like, why can't good shit just happen?
Whereas I think in life we've had enough struggle. It's time for the good times. There's been enough struggle. There's still enough struggle in real life. That
Here he is. He's a red race car. His name is Lightning McQueen.
Ka-chow.
Here he goes for a race, and he's won it. Thanks for watching.
He is a good race car. He is a good race car.
He's the greatest race car.
Ka-chow.
But yeah, watch Promising Woman. My friend Zadie has the similar attitude to you on that, Alex, in that they only watch positive media, and I can't fault it. Like, I think it's admirable, but also you have to expose yourself to sadness to experience joy, I suppose.
Yeah, being sad's pretty cool too. But yeah.
Oh, there's a thing. Did you guys see the Squidward painting that's in my studio?
We did, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get it tattooed on me. I can't stop looking at it. It's a problem.
Is there a picture on the gram?
There isn't yet. I've told them to post. They're going to post it this evening. I'm going to post it on ours, I think.
Yes.
Just
pop a picture on our gram so our listeners can check it out. And if you're interested, follow the directions in the description.
Yeah, exactly.
To round off your segment, Tommy, I am totally up for doing this. I will watch a film and I will review it for you in depth. I just need clear direction for what that is.
Cool.
Is there a way for us to put a poll up anywhere for our listeners?
We will do that on our story. Yeah, we'll do a poll. We'll see if people like it, and then we can do a trial episode, drop it on the 33% majority. If people like it, we could start it as another show. But anyway, as I said, that's probably a good place to wrap off the show. So I'd just like to thank all of you guys for listening. We really appreciate you. Hit us up on the Instagram. Give us a share. Give us a like. Give us a follow. Let your friends know. We'd really appreciate it.
Yes, please do. Please
absolutely. Please. Please do. Please.
And as always, be safe. Love you all lots.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
Love you all lots. Bye.
Bye.